Hey guys, welcome to Jess and Yoga. My name is Jess and welcome back to my channel. If you guys haven't done so, hit that subscribe button so that YouTube knows I'm doing a great job and I can produce more content for you guys. Today, I'm going to be leading you through a deep yoga stretch with a block. So if you haven't done so, grab your block and let's get started. So we're going to start with a heart opener today. Let's take the block, place it in a vertical position, and just make sure it's going to be positioned between your shoulder blades. So I'm just simply going to lie back and there we go. Making sure that that yoga block is in the upper back area between the shoulder blades. You're just going to drop your head, allow your head to hit the mat, and bring your hands to your side and have the palms facing up. So we're going to start off with our hip heart opener today. So it's very good for people who are working at home, who are hunched over all day on their phones, and who just have a lot of attention in their neck, shoulders, and upper back in general. So hang out in here for about 5 deep breaths, making sure that the block is placed in a vertical position just between your shoulder blades. Now, how I've placed it is that it's on a beginner level, so there's different stages of the block. So you can place it nice and flat, as I have it on right now, as a beginner level. If you feel that the shoulders aren't, if you feel the shoulders are really stiff, have them here. If you want to go deeper into the posture, we can take the block and we can move it up a notch. So we can go to the intermediate part. So you're gonna have the block like so. So same thing, same position. I'm just gonna lie back on the block, and this will take me deeper into the stretch, and it'll fit actually on the inner edges of my shoulder blades. I'm just gonna adjust that. You can hang out here. So this is my max for the day. As you can see, my chest is quite open. The shoulders are quite back in this posture, and I'm just gonna allow gravity to do its job and have my body sinking to the mat while I let my little yoga tool do its work. Let's hold this here for 5 more breaths, dropping your head, looking towards the back of the room. If you have a stiff neck, maybe not the best time to do these stretches. Save it for a day where your neck is feeling better. Just drop your head, look to the back, and relax. Hold it here for 2 more breaths. And last one. Perfect. We're going to slowly push ourselves up. Look at the base of your feet. Take your arms, push yourselves up. Very good. So every time we do a deep stretch, when we do a back bend, we're going to do a counter stretch. Okay? Counter stretch is the opposite posture to relieve any pressure that the muscles are holding on. Exhale, forward fold. Take your peace fingers, grab onto your big toes. And you're just going to gaze at your knees. Bring your chest towards your thighs, knees to your nose, and you're just going to hinge forward and hold that there. Good. Let's hold this here for 3 breaths. Flex your feet, letting go of any tension that you're hanging on to into your shoulders or the shoulder blades. All right, inhale, coming all the way back up. Good stuff. All right, so this time we're going to move to the midsection or the lower back area. So we're going to place the block again. So I'm going to start with a beginner, move to an intermediate, and then an advanced position for this specific position. So we're going to place the block underneath, just above our tailbone and underneath our sacrum. Okay, so just in that really sweet spot in that lower back area. Okay, so block is horizontal. We're going to lie back on it, and we're going to come into a bridge pose. So bring your feet to mat distance apart. And then you're just gonna bring, your knees up towards the ceiling. I'm probably gonna scoot down just a little bit more so I'm not completely off the mat. All right, so let's lie back. So again, you're gonna wanna shimmy around until you find that sweet spot on your lower back. You should ideally be very comfortable and can honestly just hang out here for a couple minutes. So just keep playing around with your block and making sure that it's on the flat part of your lower back. Okay, so this is just above your tailbone. And yeah, just above your tailbone. And again, like I said, you should be comfortable on that surface for a few minutes, for a few breaths at least. So I'm going to bring you in modified versions and then full versions of this posture. So come in here into your bridge pose with a block. We're going to hold this here for 5 breaths. Here we go. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. Awesome. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. And one last time. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Last time. Exhale. Okay, great. So for more of the advanced practitioners, we can slowly move our block into the medium or the intermediate level. So it's a proper block up. So again, we're going to place it on that sweet spot on our lower back, just above our tailbone. Again, you should be able to hang out here pretty comfortably. Now that the block is on an edge, it's going to take up less surface area, so just making sure you guys shimmy in. And there's just that one piece of bone or one part of area that I can just sit very comfortably. You'll find it. You'll know it when you find it. And again, so we're going to hold this posture. So if you want to stay in your beginner block area or beginner block posture, go for it. If you want to move on, you can come meet me here in this position. Okay, so you're going to bring your chin to your collarbone. You're just going to gaze to the corner of the ceiling, or you can gently rest your eyes. And again, in our modified bridge pose, shoulders down, arms down, palms facing up. Taking 3 more big breaths here. Exhale. Let's inhale here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the top here. Take another sip of air. Excellent. And then we're going to exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Okay, so if you feel that this is good for you, awesome, stay here. If you want to move to the most advanced posture with this block, we're going to bring the block up. Okay, so I'll just remove that from beneath me. It's going to be this high. Okay, so it's at least a good, I would say 6 inches, 8 inches off the ground. So make sure that you are very well aware of how your body is with back bends, as this gets quite deep and quite advanced. Okay, so I don't want you guys to injure yourself. Really know how your body is and how deep you can go with your back bends. And, you know, if you want to stay in the beginner intermediate phases, no problem, go for it. So here we go. In our deepest form of our block, in our highest form, usually these yogis have an advanced practice with yoga, or they're very, very aware of how their body works, or they're just great at back bends. Okay, so there's no rush to get here. If you're here, great. If you're not, don't worry about it. Yoga's a practice, and it's all about that journey. All right, so same thing. Here we go. Chin to the collarbone, arms down, palms facing up. I'm just gonna readjust because I'm not. Here we go. All right, guys, we're gonna hold this here for 5 big breaths again. So no matter where you are, we're gonna hold this another 5 breaths. Here we go. Deep inhale. And exhale. Good. Inhale for 5. Let's exhale for 5. Here we go. Inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath at the top. Take another sip of air through your nose. Good. And exhale here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. 2 more big breaths, guys. You got it. Inhale. And exhale. Good, last breath, deep inhale. And deep exhale. Good job. All right, so if you want to go even further into this practice, if you really want to get deep into that lower back area, we're going to start to lengthen our legs. So here we go. I've lengthened both legs. Might have to shift my block just a little bit. And this is quite challenging. Okay, so again, please be mindful of your body. Please respect it, and just allow it to go where it can, and just respect it if it can't go in certain places. All right. Okay, so this is a very deep stretch, really opening up the inner hips, actually opening up the hip flexors, open up your ab section. Again, opening up your rib cage. Hold this here for 2 big breaths. We're not gonna stay here for too long, because again, we might be overdoing it. So if you're with me, bring your block down to the intermediate part. We're gonna slowly come back down. We're not just gonna jump off the block, because you will feel some pain, or you will feel some tugging. So let's slowly lower ourselves down to the intermediate section. 3 big breaths here, guys. Awesome, and let's lower back to our beginner level. Start to feel your lower back just be relieved. So in our lower back, we're gonna bring our beginner block, we're just gonna bring our feet to mat distance apart, and we're gonna start to windshield wiper our knees from side to side. I like to put my hands on my hips just so I can really feel what's going on inside. Okay, windshield wiper your knees from side to side. Really feel what's going on in that area. Lower back is an area where we all could use some massaging and some TLC for, since it affects every part of our movement every day. Whether you're sitting at a desk or if you're going for a 5K run, we need to take care of our lower backs. All right, guys, all right. So come to neutral position. Slowly slide that block from underneath you. Gently bring your butt down to the mat. Let's counter stretch. Bring your knees into your chest. We're gonna inhale. Bring your knees to your nose. Take your hand, wrap onto the elbows. Good. Forehead to the knees and hold that there. Beautiful. Take a deep inhale. Good. And we're gonna exhale. As we exhale, we're just going to widen everything. Bring yourself into the star position. Good. Inhale. Bring everything back in. Give yourself a nice high compression. Knees to your nose, take your arms, wrap them around your elbows, grab them. If you can't grab your elbows, don't worry about it. And then we're just going to let it go. Awesome. Drop your head back on the mat, rock your knees from side to side. Give yourself that nice lower back massage, and we're going to counter stretch. Okay, take your peace fingers, grab onto your big toes. Let's come into your happy baby. So again, I'm going to massage out that lower back, or we are going to massage out that lower back. Because we're practicing alone, we're just going to give that lower back some nice relief. Okay, with your happy baby, bring the feet to the other side of the room, knees into your armpits. Good, really bring those knees deep into your armpits. Making sure that the feet are nice and wide, and you're just going to rock from side to side. Go from left to right and the other way. Give it a couple rocks. Let's do this 3 times. Awesome. And then we're going to work on our shoulders, upper back and shoulders again. Okay, great. Bring our knees to close, and let's literally rock ourselves up to a seated position. And this time we're going to take the block, we're going to place it in front of us, we're gonna come into a child's pose. With your child's pose, we're gonna toes together, knees apart. Sit your bum back towards your heels. Now this time take a block, place it above, say just above your nose. Take your elbows, rest them on your block. And we're just gonna drop the head. Bring your hands into prayer, drop your head in between, and hold that there. So ideally your head's gonna actually be on the mat. So we're gonna move this up a little higher. Drop it, good. And then your forehead's gonna rest on the mat. Hands are into prayer. Both of your elbows are on your block and you're gonna hold this here. All right, guys, so if you have tight shoulders, if you have rotator cuff issues, again, any pain in the shoulder blades, this is a really great stretch just to get those kinks out or just to give you some relief. Until you see a physiotherapist or until you see a chiropractor. Really great way just to relieve some tension again in that upper back if you guys are sitting at your desks a lot and on the computer or laptop a lot these days. So if you just kind of press your shoulders onto the mat, you're really going to feel a deeper stretch. So place your bum towards your heels, shoulder towards the mat. And let's hang out here for 5 breaths. We're gonna slowly lengthen our arms, lift our head up and stuff. And for the last posture, we're gonna leave the block here. We're gonna slowly come up onto our Cobra position. Cobra or up dog. Bring your soles of your feet together. We're actually gonna place this on our belly button. We're gonna make sure that we're in a proper belly button up. So coming into your up dog or your Cobra, we're gonna bring your toes, flip the top of your feet onto the mat. We're going to place our hands just like so, making sure that this is propping up your abdomen area. Good. And again, so the block is gonna help us go deeper into the posture. So when you're doing your chaturanga, up dog, into downward facing dog, this is the posture you're in. And this block is going to help you get deeper into this every day. So gaze your nose up toward the ceiling. Good. Hands are just above your chest bone. Lengthen your elbows, and you're just going to gaze up. Good. Hold that here. As you can see, this is going to help you with the spine curvature and also with the back bends as well. Hold this here, guys, for 5 breaths. Breath here. All right, guys, great work. We're going to counter stretch. So push yourself back into a child's pose with no block. We're just going to do our simple child's pose and just really relieve any tension that we're holding into that spine and into that lower back. Forehead on the ground. Reach your arms, extend them, get your elbows off the ground. Good. From our child's pose, we'll even come up and do some rabbit pose. So rabbit pose isn't a posture that I've done with you guys before, but we're gonna round the spine. So simply we're gonna sit on our toes, come to hero position, take your hands, grab onto your heels. You're gonna roll your head forward, bring the crown of your head on the ground, and we're simply just gonna lift the bum. Okay, so this is as far as I can go in my rabbit pose.
Okay, the idea is really just to round the spine and counter stretch. Good. Look between your thighs, look between your knees, and hold that there. Awesome. Hold this here for 3. Lengthen your elbows, and 2. And 1. Good. Awesome. Nice and slow. Come on back up, around your spine, gaze
Towards the front of the room. Good. All right, guys. Well, that concludes your yoga flow today on the block. Hopefully you guys got a lot out of this, and I'd love to know in the comments just to see how you guys are feeling and some feedback for this video. Have a great day, guys. Namaste, and I'll see you soon. Bye.